Maple. You know what I love? And you guys could probably already guess this, but I love a good cleaning day. It is a Wednesday morning and I have nothing on my agenda but to just go around my house and give it a good deep clean. It's been a minute. I've done like the surface cleaning and I've done kind of, you know, like the keep up cleaning. But I'm really excited for today. I hope you're ready for some cleaning motivation. What I decided to do is do more of like a time-lapse cleaning video, and I will do some voiceover over it, you know, explaining what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, all the goods. But then you guys can just see me go into the zone, clean my house, and I hope it inspires you to do the same, because I've been there. I have not been inspired to clean lately, but today I've got the motivation, got a coffee, and without further ado, let's deep clean this house. So if you're new here, you may not know this, but I personally like to always start in the kitchen whenever I do a deep clean or whenever I'm cleaning, honestly, because I feel like it's the biggest task to tackle. It takes the most time. There's so much attention to detail, and it just, you know, I like to get it off the list. So we're gonna start in the kitchen and then work our way through the house. And I have found whenever you clean, it really helps to make habits, and mine is starting in the kitchen. So that's what we're gonna do. So the first thing I like to do whenever I start to clean a space is to declutter and pick up that area as much as possible. You know, you don't wanna be working in a messy area. I wanna give myself the best start possible. So I'm putting away all the pots and pans, any dishes, cleaning up anything off the counter, as well as doing the dishes and emptying the sink, because there will be more. So I want to empty the sink and just give myself as much room as possible to work in. Now you guys know the drill. I like to start at the top and work my way down, and honestly, this needs some attention. I am talking about the hood over the stove. It is an absolute mess, as well as these upper cabinets, just with cooking and oil and all that. It needs a good clean. So I have a rag with some Dawn dish soap to clean this cabinet, as well as taking my Mr. Clean Freak to start to clean the hood. And oh my gosh, this stuff cuts through grease like no other. If you do not have this in your cleaning kit, you absolutely need it. This is a game changer when it comes to grease. It works great on things like this, like the hood, to cut through the grease. It's also my secret weapon when I clean handles or drawer pulls. It just cuts through the grime like nothing I've ever seen before. Now this is your little reminder to clean your hood vents. Mine were absolutely disgusting. I was actually surprised how dirty they were, so this needs to be done more frequently in my household, that's for sure. Now we're going to quickly wipe down the pot filler. I used the same Clean Freak to cut through the grime because there was a good layer of oil on that as well, which is lovely. And then I also ran some water through the pot filler. We honestly don't use it that often, so I wanted to give it a good rinse and run some clean water through the system. Now this is my secret weapon when I clean stainless steel. I don't know what I would do without this. If you have stainless steel in your home, you need this. I use it on my grill, I use it on my fridge, anything that is stainless steel. It literally polishes it, buffs out any watermarks as well as fingerprints, and honestly gives it a good condition. And I am not exaggerating when I say this product will make your stainless steel look brand new. Now a few tips when using this product. I like to use a dry white cloth, and I spray a little product at a time because a little bit goes a long way. And lastly, you want to work with the grain of the stainless steel, not against. It's such a small detail, but it makes a huge difference. Now for those lovely yet pesky hood vents, I just spray them with really hot water as well as a Dawn power wash, and I just let them sit, and you can literally watch the oil and grease just wash right off of them. All right, now we're going to make some serious progress here. We're going to move everything to the center island so we can clear off the counter, and I'm going to take a rag with Dawn dish soap and start wiping down the backsplash and get off any grease, marks, food, you know the drill, just clean your backsplash. And then again with my rag, I'm going to clean off the counter, and then I'm going to start working on the stove. I'm going to take all the parts and put them in the dishwasher, load that up, and start that load. I sprayed it with power wash, let it sit for a minute, and then I took a magic eraser and took that to the counter, got any marks or scuffs, and then I took that same rag and started to work on the stove and try to get all the nooks and crannies. Honestly, between Dawn dish soap, Dawn power wash, and Clean Freak, you should be able to cut through any grimy mess. On my stove, I have these lovely grooves that crumbs and food just get stuck in, and it grosses me out. So I went ahead and vacuumed all of the nooks and crannies, and it helped so much. I did have some pesky areas, so I took basically a big toothpick, like a kebab stick, and got in there and got out all the food, and that really helped. And looks so much better. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. So something I always like to do is finish my stovetop with Windex. It just gets all the watermarks. It makes it look all shiny and brand new. And then of course I had to finish the stainless steel with my stainless steel cleaner, and again, the stove literally looks brand new now. And little trick, also hit all the knobs with this cleaner, and it literally just polishes every little bit of the stainless steel. So as you can see, this is basically turned into a very deep clean. So I'm going to focus on all the details. I'm going to wipe down all the knives, as well as like the holder and all the cheese boards, anything that's going back on the counter. I want it to be spotless and clean. And as we wipe everything down, I'm going to start placing it back onto the counter and putting this back together finally. And of course we have more dishes. That should be no surprise. So I'm going to wipe everything down and get another load out of the sink. Now it's time to focus on the coffee nook. This always gets so dusty for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why, but I literally clean this a couple times a week. So I'm going to start by removing everything from the counter, then wiping down the walls. And of course, before we place anything back on the counter, I'm going to wipe it down and clean it. And I don't know what it is, but there is just something about the coffee nook being reset that makes my soul so happy. So I don't know why, but the cleaning out the microwave is not my favorite. I just feel like it is so tedious, and it just is never fun to do. I can't be the only one. But anyways, I cleaned out the microwave because, well, we are deep cleaning here. I just used my rag with Dawn dish soap and called it good. Now for more stainless steel. I'm trying to show you all the fingerprints and all the marks here. It just always looks so grimy, and I hate that look. So I am wiping everything off, removing any grime and oil and, you know, food remnants, as gross as that is. But then I am taking my stainless steel cleaner and polishing it up, and oh my gosh, night and day difference. Now I'm also doing the same to the dishwasher, but something you need to remember is to clean the inside of the dishwasher. You would not believe how dirty the inside of a dishwasher gets, so pay attention to that. Now I am showing you how dirty and how gross the outside of our ice maker is. Like, I just feel like wet hands from filling up bottles and touching ice, just it always gets really gross, that door. So now it looks much, much, much better. See, look at that difference. Now we're going to do the same thing to the fridge as well as clean the inside, but it just amazes me how many fingerprints end up on the door of the fridge or the microwave. Like, let's use the handles, you know? Next, I'm going to wipe down my acrylic calendar that I keep on the fridge to keep track of main events for Sawyer and I. Many of you guys asked if I like it, and I really do. Then we're going to go in and start wiping down all the cabinets. I want to ask you, when was the last time you went through and wiped down all of the outside of your cabinets, including the handles, the drawers, underneath, every little edge of your cabinets? You will be amazed how dirty your cabinets are. When you actually get down there and start wiping them down, it will actually amaze you when you see all like the food and the drips and all the dirt and grime. It's pretty disgusting, and it'll make you want to do this way more often. And honestly, it makes me feel so much better touching all of like my handles and all of the doors, knowing that they are clean. And I just take my washcloth with some Dawn dish soap and then a dry washcloth to dry behind me, and then I'm gonna start putting away all of the dry dishes as well as putting the vents back in the hood. Then it was time to put the stovetop back together, and there's something so satisfying about a clean and shiny stovetop. Now, there is no better feeling than knowing that you are in the home stretch. I am literally almost done. I'm just finishing wiping down the counters, moving everything, wiping underneath it, this backsplash, etc. And then the very last step, which feels so nice to say, but is to wipe down all of the countertops on the main island as well as on my butcher block countertop. So have you ever started a project where it takes way longer than you anticipated? I started cleaning this kitchen at 10:30 a.m. It is now 2:30 in the afternoon. So it's safe to say that this kitchen was dirtier than I anticipated, but it was well worth it. So I'm glad I took the time and got the kitchen back in order. Literally, there's not a speckle of dust, there's not a fingerprint, and there's not a drop of oil. Cleaning that hood was so needed. So anyways, the kitchen is officially done. We're gonna quickly tackle the laundry room, just tidy that up a little bit, and then start moving throughout the house. So our laundry room sees a lot of activity throughout the day. I honestly consider this more my office because I'm always in here doing laundry, but it also acts as our mud room, so people are always coming and going, as well as it's our dog room. We keep all of their dog stuff in here, and those little baby gates are used to close off this area, so it ends up being our dog kennel. So the amount of dirt, laundry, and feet that this room sees is honestly impressive. So I am just tidying it up, as well as wiping everything down, getting rid of any dirt and dust, just giving it a good clean. Now, I wouldn't be lying if I said I vacuum and wash these rugs in this room at least every day, which is nuts, but the amount of dirt, we have a golden. Now I'm gonna make my way into our dining room. This room doesn't need a lot of attention, so I'm just gonna quickly dust, as well as wipe down our curio cabinet and get in there and dust as well. Honestly, we are not in here this much. This room is not completely done, so it doesn't really serve much of a purpose at this moment, except I try to keep it as clean and tidy as possible, because for a while it was honestly my catch-all room, and I'm trying not to let that become a habit. Okay, so I powered through the laundry room and the dining room. Neither of those rooms needed like a ton of attention. They just needed some like dusting.
Sorry.
Sorry's in the background. Anyways, they just needed some dusting and tidying up and just, you know, just a little bit of a clean. So now we're making our way to the dining room, and I'm going to definitely hit this pretty well. This is something we use pretty much every day, so definitely need some love and attention. Obviously, we weren't using our lemons. Oh my gosh, do you see that moldy one at the bottom? Do you see that?
Yes.
Real gross. Gonna toss these. There it is. Nice. All right, we'll start there. So I call this the dining room. It's not. This is our breakfast nook, but oh well. Anyways, I'm going to start by wiping down the table, including all the place settings. Yes, I do keep my table completely set. I think it looks really nice. Plus, I actually get to use my place settings, which is nice. Also, little note, make sure you actually wipe down the backs of all your chairs, because think about how many hands pull the chairs in and out. Also, make sure you dust everything. And I kept hitting my head on this light. I don't know why, but it's like I didn't know it was there. Anyways, it also reminded me to dust the chandelier. So I also moved the table and actually wiped underneath it, because maple hair gets everywhere and it always likes to collect underneath furniture, including the center of this table. So I am just putting everything back and finishing up this room. Honestly, it wasn't too hard. It just took a little bit of time. Miss Maple, what are you doing? Yeah, you. So fun fact, Maple thinks she is like 10 pounds like our other two dogs, which is lovely. So she loves the back of the couch, which is honestly quite adorable. But as you can see, I'm just cleaning off this little table. I love this little area. There's something about this area that is so cute. And look at all of these maple fur balls. Gross. Maple. I am always finding maple hairballs and maple tennis balls. Oh, it's a constant in my life. Anyways, I'm just gonna vacuum up that area, as well as hit it with a wet rag. This area is really bad because it's by our back door. Little reminder to always move your furniture and clean underneath it. We have made it to the living room area. I was able to knock out those 3 areas in an hour, which kind of helped me make up time, which was really nice. So I'm going to focus on the living room. We're going to dust. We're going to clean the floors really well, because I want to relay my washable rug. I had just washed it, and so I want to put that back down. And I will say, I feel like the living room is the most lived in area in our home, between, you know, watching TV. We sometimes eat at the coffee table, and like the dogs, just it gets really dirty really fast. So excited to get this room back in order. So I'm gonna see how much I can get done. It's already like 3:45. It's Sawyer and I's date night, so I don't want to be working and cleaning too late, because I think we're gonna go bowling, which will be fun. So I may split this clean with me over 2 days, which will be good. We got all the living areas done, and then tomorrow I think I'm gonna focus on the bedrooms and the bathrooms. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the living room, so that way I can get done and shower and get ready for date night. So I'm going to start by cleaning everything up and putting anything away that does not belong in this room. This room always ends up being a catch-all, because like I said, it is our most lived in area. So I'm going to start by removing all the blankets so I can throw those in the wash. And since I'm fully resetting this area, I'm going to move everything towards the outskirts of the room, so that way when I mop and vacuum, I'm able to get everything up. And there's just something about fully resetting a room that's so satisfying. So I'm starting with dusting, because the lovely dust likes to settle, so I start from the top top and work my way down, hitting the lights, hitting the TV. And a little tip, when you dust, make sure you move everything. Get underneath the candlesticks, underneath the books. And since I'm already here, I'm going to hit the dog area, so I'm going to move their toy baskets, their dog bed, and I'm going to vacuum underneath our TV console, as well as over in their little corner. And since this is the dog corner, oh my gosh, this wall gets so dirty because Maple and Daisy love to wrestle in that corner, so I'm hitting that just with a washcloth with Dawn dish soap, and it worked wonders on the wall. And then I'm working my way around the room, just vacuuming and getting up all the dog hair, the dust, the dirt. Then I switched out my regular vacuum for my wet mop vacuum. Now this is really cool. This particular one is from Dream Tech. I've been using it now for a couple, almost 8 months, and I really enjoy it. I love it because it vacuums and mops at the same time, so honestly it's like killing two birds with one stone. But since this is a deep clean, I am hitting it with my regular vacuum and then going in with my wet mop vacuum. This tool has made my life a lot easier, especially since the dogs are continuously making messes. I can just whip this out and it saves me so much time. And I asked Sawyer to help me lay out my ruggable base. I have the cushion base since this is a main area and I wanted it to look a little bit more luxurious. So I do like the thicker base. I think from now on, whenever I do buy a ruggable, I am going to get this thicker base because I really do like it. Now, I normally recommend having 2 people to lay this out, but I felt really independent and I was like, I can do this. But it definitely took me a second and I had to redo it a second time, but I did not film that because, well, you get the point. I was able to do it by myself. It just took a little bit longer. But once again, we are in that home stretch and I'm putting the room back together, and nothing feels better than a perfectly put together living room. Oh my gosh.
Wow, this looks so much better. It's amazing what a clean rug will do. Also, I love how this rug like brightens the room. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of washable rugs. I talk about this all the time, especially with 3 dogs. I love being able to literally deep clean my space, wash and vacuum everything. So now this is done. I have a few other ruggable rugs, like the runners by the back door and in the kitchen, I need to do. So I'm gonna finish the floors, and then the main part of the house will be completely done and clean. And it feels really good. Wow. Whew. I was losing momentum for a minute, but now that I see the end and all I have to do is floors, I'm gonna get this done and then we're ordering sushi.
We are so close to being done with the main areas, and that is the most satisfying feeling after a really long day of cleaning. But getting the floors done is probably the best part, because having like freshly clean floors and just feeling smooth floors underneath your feet, oh my gosh, when you guys have a golden retriever, or honestly any dogs or kids, you probably understand. But I'm just hitting the floors with my wet vacuum mop. It's making the process super easy, and you wouldn't believe everything that it's able to get up. I mean, the dog hair and just the dirty water that it collects, it's quite impressive. Now, I do recommend hitting your floors at least 2 or 3 times during a deep clean. This way you know they're actually clean.
Good morning and welcome to day 2 of what's ended up being a very big deep clean, but it feels so nice. Last night the living areas just felt so like clean and crisp. There was no dust, dirt, not a stick from the dogs. It made me very happy. So we're gonna continue that today. We're gonna work on the bedrooms as well as the bathrooms, and then pretty much this house will be fully reset, clean, dusted from head to toe. I actually don't think I've deep cleaned the house like this since we moved in. I've done rooms and bits and pieces, but like actually taking the time to enjoy myself, go through the house and clean what needs to be cleaned. So this feels very good, and it looks so nice. So we're gonna start in the master bedroom, work on this mess, and then go from there.
So I'm going to go ahead and take off all the pillow covers and the duvet cover and give those a nice wash. I try to switch out my sheets at least once or twice a week, just since we do sleep with our puppies. And I am such a sucker for clean sheets. The feeling of crawling into a freshly made bed is honestly my favorite. Now this room shouldn't be too messy because I honestly did a deep clean in here not too long ago when we had a plumbing issue and all of our piping had to be redone throughout the house. That was a lovely mess, let me tell you. So I'm just making sure to dust and get the air vents. Yes, get your air vents. You'll be so surprised how dirty those things are. I'm hitting our nightstands, the back of the bed, the window seal, all the window frames, all that jazz, and
including the dresser, the TV. Again, move everything, as you can see that I am doing here. Now I cannot wait to finish our bedroom. I have this lovely dresser in here that I am needing to sell, so I have to post that on Facebook Marketplace. But since it's here, I'm going to give it a good dust, as well as dust our fan and our air purifier, and I'm going to pull out that filter, and then I will rinse that out and let that dry in the sun. Now I'm going to vacuum our room. I try to do this once a day, if not every other day, just because of the dog hair and just the dogs being in and out, and just, you know, carpet holds on to dirt and dust, which is why as soon as I can, I'm going to switch the carpets to wood floors. But right now we're going to tackle the bathroom instead. So I'm just going to go ahead and put away everything on the countertops and declutter as much as I can, so that way when I clean, I can properly clean everything. And I'm going to start by removing everything from the countertop, and we're just going to jump right in and start sanitizing all the counters in the bathroom. And I honestly like to hit the counters twice in the bathrooms. I sanitize first, and then I wipe it down with a rag and remove all the dirt and any grime. And then I go back in with Windex and give it a nice polish, so that way it looks really clean and shiny. It's always so satisfying when you can put an area back together. Now I'm going to flip around to the other side of our bathroom and start at the top and work our way down. So I'm Windexing the mirrors. Now I tried a trick where somebody said to use Dawn Power Wash, so that way your mirrors wouldn't fog up. Don't know if I recommend. It left some nice streaks, which I will handle later. But I just cleaned Sawyer's side with Windex because, well, that definitely works. Then I'm going to start to sanitize the sinks. I try to keep my bathroom products pretty minimal, so I use a sanitizer, just like a Lysol sanitizer, and then I go in with Windex to finish all the nice details, especially on the chrome. I'm not a big fan of chrome. These were already here from the previous builder, but to properly clean chrome, I wipe it down first, sanitize it, and then I finish it with Windex. And just like that, I was able to put the bathroom counter back together. Oh my gosh, it looks so much better. Sometimes it's just nice to fully reset and put things away that don't belong there. Now, if something you haven't done in a while is wipe off your cabinets like we did in the kitchen. I hadn't done this in the bathroom, and just the dust that kind of settles in all the little nooks and crannies. Wow. What a big difference. I always forget how dirty like bathroom cabinets can get. Now my least favorite thing is cleaning toilets. Like, it is just, first of all, it's not cute, but you gotta do it. So I put some toilet cleaner in there and I'm switching out my towels. I did sanitize my shower probably a couple days ago, like literally from head to toe. I did a deep clean in there. So I'm just sanitizing the floor. Just honestly a little bit more of maintenance. I am giving the toilet a good clean. Oh my gosh, I hate cleaning toilets. It's like my least, I've already said this, but my least favorite thing, but it has to be done. Now I'm just going in and dusting the back of the toilet as well as the cabinet next to it and watering these plants and giving them a little bit of love. Final thing in here is going to be vacuuming. Honestly, these floors are like camouflage, which is a blessing and a curse, but I'm sure more collects here than I even noticed, so I need to be more conscious and remember to vacuum in here when I just vacuum my bedroom. The final task is to Windex the mirror. I highly recommend dusting your mirrors first before you Windex. It makes it much easier to clean your mirrors properly. So we are dangerously close to being done, and it feels so good. I love when our master bathroom is clean. It just, to know there's no dust, everything's sanitized, and there's like, you get it, you know when you're in a clean bathroom, you just feel, your soul feels good. Anyways, we're gonna knock out the guest bathroom. This will be my first time, I think, filming like cleaning in here, and honestly this bathroom needs some attention. This is where we bathe the dogs because of the tub, so you know, dog hair is really fun. So we're gonna tackle this, get this done, and we're so close. We are so close to finishing this deep clean, and I love that every nook and cranny is gonna be clean. Huh, Ollie? He's been under my feet all day. So I'm going to make this one fast because we just cleaned the other bathroom, so you guys kind of already understand the drill, but I remove everything from the counter and then go ahead and dust because, again, the dog hair, wipe off the counters, clean the mirror, sanitize the sink, and then finish the chrome with good old Windex to make it nice and shiny. And as you can see, I'm just placing everything back on the counter and giving it a fresh reset. And then here we are again with the lovely toilet. I cannot be the only one that doesn't like cleaning toilets. So if you're with me, let me know down in the comments below because, I mean, it's very satisfying and I love having a clean toilet, but you know, it's just not the funnest to do. But here we are, we're getting it done. And then the last task that we need to do is to clean the tub and the surrounding tub area. So first I'm going to spray the tub with Dawn Power Wash. I'm going to let that sit, and it literally breaks down all the grime and makes it super easy to clean. And I'm just using a blue scrubby that has a no scratch back, so it's able to get all the grime and make it really easy to clean, like super quick, but it does not scratch any surface, which is nice. So I'm cleaning the backsplash of the tile as well as getting anything and any marks off the tub. And that is it, my friends. We did it. We fully cleaned the house.
Well, we did it. We have officially cleaned the house from top to bottom, and it looks, it feels, and it smells so good. I really enjoy these videos, mainly because it makes me do it. Secondly, because it's just fun to kind of like zone out, and I just get to clean, do my thing, and I really like doing the voiceover so that way I can thoroughly explain and, you know, share with you guys how I do things. So I hope you guys found this motivating, helpful, resourceful, all the above. If you did, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below what was your favorite. Let's see, let's do this. Let me know what your favorite part was and what's your favorite product that you use in your house. I love trying new cleaning products, especially because, you know, different things achieve different goals, and you know I love trying different cleaning products and testing them out. So let me know what your favorite one is down below, or like a cleaning hack, something like that. But again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm still getting used to cleaning this house. It definitely is a little different than our home in Hawaii. This one takes a little longer to do, but it was very nice to break it up over the 2 days. But that is it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.